would like to have certain things that you think you're going to have this vacation, or you think you're going to have this peace when you have that, or money, this or that, this couple or this woman that you love, whatever. But the inner peace is coming from within you. In this, if you make it your highest priority, higher than your loved ones, higher than your son, higher than your friends, than the world and the universe, then everything will adhere to you, will reach you by their natural event. It's like a tree, if you nurture it, will give fruit, okay? That's his natural thing. It happens because it happens. Why does a tree have fruit? Because that's the purpose of the tree.
Yeah.
So if we nurture peace within us, what's going to happen? What's the fruit of our soul? What's the fruit of our humanity? What's the fruit? Love. Everything that comes with that. Wisdom, empathy, love, generosity, all these things.
And it's our nature.
Yes. So if you have inner peace, then our fruit is going to flourish.
Beautiful.
And this is the water of our soul is peace, and we need to nurture them.
Wow.
That's why we love to do music, because that's an instant.
Also, yes.
Yes.
That's like also like our fruit.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's the fruit
of flowers.
You want to be a papaya? Yeah, I want to be a papaya.
I love it. One of my teachers, Byron Katie, she says, like you're talking about the simplicity of what is, right? Of what is, of the reality of the nature of God. She says, when someone went into her house, and a thief, right, and stole all of her things, she was sitting down, everybody was panicking, and she was sitting down in her empty house looking, and she says, how do I know that I don't need those things? Because I don't have them. when she has them,
I can relate to that.
Right? Well, yeah. Or when she has them, how do I know I need them? Because I have them, right? So to reach that peace, in the Bible, again, I'm quoting the Bible a lot, but it says like there's a peace that is called the peace that comes from God, that it overtakes you. It's something that you cannot do, you cannot think. It just takes you, and once it takes you, it's like game over. I had an experience of that, when I went through a very, very dramatic and dharmatic and karmatic divorce. 911 was called. There was a lot of things, lots of issues, with police, etc. But the more the trauma, the drama occurred, the more peace I was feeling. I was shocked. I tell you, I was like, all of these police in my home and all of these things going on, and all I could feel was peace. I was like, even like, Yvonne, like, can you even try to look like something going on? I couldn't understand it. It was a peace that overtook me. It's never left me. It has never left me. Even when I promise you, I'm very fiery. I'm, Sagittarius, Scorpio. I like to be very isolated too. So I have resources to not be peaceful, right? It's like that peace just came and it's not moving. It's not moving. So, but I like what you are sharing, Pablo, because you are putting it in a very practical way. And you're making it simple. I need to ask you, how did you came with this metaphor of the I am being the sword? I'm going to name this podcast Sacred Love and the Sword of I Am. That's the name of this podcast. So how did that visual came to you? Who gave it to you? I feel we are in another lifetime. All of us are samurais.
Yes, for sure. The I am inspiration came, I took a mastery of self with the Ishaya monks, and I became an Ishaya myself.
Oh.
But this mastery was very beautiful, and you use a technique similar to the TM meditation, very similar.
Yes.
But years passed with me using the technique, and it became a little bit complex in the essence of the meditation, or the type of meditation that it brought peace and understanding to me. But then I remembered the I am what I am, and there I got inspired to create something more simple than the path that I took and learned. And And this, for me, I think it's kind of what we need today. Like Richard Roth is doing the contemplation.
The art of contemplation.
No, like forget everything you know about all these jinkies. No, now the contemplation.
I love that. Richard Roth, by the way, is the creator of the Gene Keys, and we have a podcast with him. He was my first podcast in Sovereign Futures in English and Spanish. So we'll put the link that too. So, but yeah.
So after experiencing the simplicity of the I Am, I incorporated some of the things I learned with the Ishayas and some other things that I've learned in the past with Buddhism and Zen, and Alan Watts and Krishnamurti and these kind of people. And then I developed this very simple way of creating your own mantra. So the idea is that the I Am can help you to focus on something you're working on, or it can achieve. You can bring this awareness for a general subject, For example, you're going to start to work and you need a little bit of peace and quiet in your mind, and you say, I'm aware of my thoughts and I can concentrate.
Wow.
So you meditate on that a little bit and that's it. No?
Wow.
So it's a really malleable tool for the mind. And you can use it anytime. When you can't go to sleep, you use it. When you're doing exercise, you can use it. Right before I started this podcast, I used it, So that's the idea, to make something simple, practical, and beautiful.
And profound.
And profound, yes. Profound in the sense that I'm a very, I think everybody has the right to be enlightened.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
And everybody can be enlightened. You don't need to go to the Himalayas and lose sexuality and I don't know, whatever inventions there are. No. Enlightenment only happens in the present moment. That's the only place where it happens. And everybody has the right to be enlightened. It's your right, it's your birthright. And that happens naturally. You don't have to force it. Nobody's going to teach it to you. Yes. It comes from within naturally. And there's all the faces of all the million gods that the Hindu have. Each one is a path to that place.
Yes, exactly.
So there's no formula, no anything. The I Am is just a little key, a little help for that to happen naturally in your state. And it happens.
Wow.
For most people, it happens naturally. When you see Christ with this light in the back talking to others, why he has the light in the corona?
Yes, in the crown.
Why? You tell me.
Because he's enlightened.
He's enlightened. But then you say, oh my God, I wish I was enlightened like God, like Christ. It's so difficult. No,
it's not.
Just be present. That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Guys,
That's it.
I'm like, this is so incredible. We have a couple of minutes left for the podcast, but this is so incredible. This is, we just simplify sacred love. And I am. And well, I added myself in. It's a we because I am also Pablo and I am Grace in the oneness thing. Yes. But it's also it's a simplification. And this is so powerful. So tell us now, Grace and Pablo, let's go with Grace, I know, we've shared about you a lot. You do consistently sound healing sessions and you're a mentor. You are the Infinite Voice Academy founder and everything. Why do you think, and I want you both to think like this so we can close the podcast with this. Why do you think right now that sound healing is more important than ever? Songs for the soul. Why? And how can this impact our sovereignty as human beings in the current situations that we are all living?
Because the voice is the frequency of God.
Your the end. It's like the voice, the sound is the frequency of God. The end. No, but keep going. Wow.
Because it's the origin. We are connected. In the beginning was the word, which is the sound, which is a frequency. And God, the creation, has a frequency, has a sound. And each one of us, when we incarnate in a body, we come with this special note that is the frequency that is contained in our voice. So to work with the voice and the sound is a direct connection to God. And that's what we need most than ever. And one of the things that is very important as well about simplicity, it's about the sense of humor. The more simple it becomes, the more humorous you become, and you enjoy life with a bliss, with an existence of bliss. That's what I think. And that's amazing. It's been my experience with working with voices.
I want to talk about that a little bit, Grace. Let's talk about the joy, because it's a predominant theme. You know what's been happening? I don't know about you, but sometimes I have these thoughts, and I spend a lot of time alone. I invest a lot of time alone, right? And I live like a seclusive life in Vegas, which is very bizarre. That's a joke, right? But I have thoughts, and then they're so funny. I cannot take them serious. Right. And so there's this joy. And the reason I'm highlighting that is because I'm in a group. I have many mentors. I like to have teachers, to keep my student mind going. And one of them is Tim Grover, who was the trainer of, Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant. And he recently, I'm in a group with him. He always gives he's an incredible, I think the best mindset trainer in the world for this type of performance, athletic, mastering your mind and everything. And he gives us challenges, and he gives us a challenge of imitating him, of making fun of him, of his other co-leader, Shari Wank. And he told all the group and make fun of someone here in the group. Grace, the whole videos, I am so mocked after, right? Everybody was with a cup, here I am, a spiritual teacher, and I'm going to give you tea for illumination. And everybody was making fun of each other, but with so much respect. There was so much joy, and something of the humor that you are sharing, it brings people together.
Yes.
Joy and laughter, all of us, I know, we can turn off this and we can just laugh and
that's for
just
sure.
Laugh,
we spend our days like that. We laugh all day.
I know, Pablo, we were one day in the house of Francisco Jara, and it was just what how do we take serious something when creation is joy, right? When life is joy, when even all the struggles that we've lived, the darkness that we lived or that we're living, and there's some deep stuff that we live, right? Eventually, we will be able to just restore that awareness of the I am presence that sword is precious. It's a diamond gift today. And with song, we can facilitate the remembrance. We can facilitate let it go. Let's not make it complicated. Let's enjoy the community, and nothing better for unification and joy than music.
Yeah, and God is music.
That's it. I want to drop my microphone. Every time you say, it's like God is music. Sound that's the voice of God. It's that's why you need sound healing, everybody. It's again, we have a time for this podcast. I'm going to keep inviting them again. I want to invite Pablo by himself, and then Grace again. So we also can share all that we're creating. But I think really music is the medicine of the now, of the future, and it has always been. Right now, marketing, it says that music is going to be the medicine of the future. It has always been.
Yes.
It's always been frequency and sound and it just, talking about the vacation that Pablo was saying, this really brings you a vacation in the now of your mind, of all your attachments, of all your labels, of the judgments, of the guilt, of the suffering, for that moment when you are with music, when you are with Grace, and when you are with Pablo, when you are in the presence of their tools, their medicine tools, which is music, is a keyboard, is the sounds of a voice. You really take a vacation from the self you think you are, and allow your I am to be present in the now. So,
yes,
Pablo and Grace, thank you for joining us. Thank you for this blessing. And I'll invite you again